single day. I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Hello and welcome to JustCompareCars.com. My name's James and today I'm going to be doing a walk around video of this 2017 67 plate Nissan Navara Tekna. It's a 2.3 DCI, 190 brake horsepower automatic vehicle. It's done 45,000 miles and it's got full service history with 2 services in total. Okay, so we've been doing these walk around videos for quite a while now and we find them to be really popular because it means you get to view the vehicle from the safety and comfort of your own home, but as if you were here in person. So as I go around the vehicle today, we'll look at all the panels individually, looking for any marks, any scratches or any dents. We'll look at all the wheels and the tyres, we'll have a look in the back, we'll have a look inside, have a look at the seats, have a look at the functionality. I'll even tell you what it smells like inside. Once we've done that, we'll pop the bonnet, have a look at the engine, and then finally we'll have a look underneath at the chassis and the spare wheel. Now, obviously once you've watched the video, if you're happy with what you see and you want to buy it, a small deposit will secure it, and we can pretty much deliver it anywhere in the world. If you're looking to finance a truck, we'll usually ask you for a deposit to cover the VAT, and an application takes approximately 5 minutes, and we can usually get you a decision within about an hour. Obviously, once your video, if you think I've missed something, or you want to see something in a little bit more detail, please give me a shout. I'm more than happy to do it for you, no problem at all. Right, so we'll start with the bonnet, and then we'll work our way around from there. Hopefully you agree, it's in really good shape. The colour's fantastic as well, really unusual, don't see many red ones. And actually, as you can hopefully see from that, the bonnet's really straight as well. There's no obvious marks, scratches or dents on it. Right, so driver side headlight, and we'll look at the front bumper and work our way around from there. And then hopefully you can see from that it's in good shape. There's no obvious marks, scratches or dents. Passenger side front wing, and again it's in nice condition with no obvious damage. Okay, so passenger side front wheel and tyre, the wheel's in great condition, there's no obvious damage. It's a Continental tyre, and hopefully you can see from that there's lots of tread. Windscreen is free from damage. I'm just checking, making sure I've not missed anything, and there's no stone chips or cracks. Let's have a quick look at the bonnet. The roof, and again that's free from damage and it's nice and clean as well. Right, so let's work our way down the passenger side. The rear of the mirror is in great condition. Just looking down the side, see if we can see any dents. I can't see any at the minute. And it's in great shape. So there's no obvious marks or dents, and everything's nice and clean. So onto the passenger side rear quarter. You will notice on these that they have got 2 fuel caps appearingly. It's obviously one is AdBlue and the other is your diesel. This side is a diesel, the other side is your AdBlue. I will show you that in a minute. That means it's a ULEZ vehicle, or ultra low emission zone compliant. So if you go into London, for instance, and there's that congestion charge, this should get you underneath that charge. Right, so rear wheel and tyre. Wheels in great condition, it's a matching tyre and matching tread depth. There's a couple of very fine scratches on the rear of the tub. They are tiny and I can't feel them on my finger. Passenger side rear lens, good condition, no damage. Tailgate. Nice and clean, and again free from damage. Rear bumper, you'll notice it's got parking sensors and it's obviously got the 360-degree reversing camera. On this one there's a little bit of a dent on the chrome part of the bumper, It's not serious, but it is there. Tow bar with the earlier style electrics. These will tow 3.5 ton. I'm sure you're aware of that if you're looking at this. Quick look in the back. So in the back, there's no signs of heavy use. It's nice and clean, and it's free from damage. Okay, so on to the driver's side. Taillights in nice clean condition. There's that second fuel cap. I'll show you under there in a second. And again, the rear quarter's in really nice condition. There's no obvious damage. There's your AdBlue. So, driver's side, rear wheel and tyre. Wheels in great condition. Again, it's a matching tyre. And again, matching tread depth. Rear window and surround, everything's in nice condition. Again, there's no damage. So, down the driver's side. And hopefully you can see from that it's in fantastic condition. So yeah, again, there's no obvious marks, scratches or dents. Everything is nice and clean. So, driver's side front wing. And again, there's no obvious marks, scratches or dents. So there's not very much on this. There's a few little light scratches on the rear quarter, and there's obviously that dent on the bumper, but other than that, nothing else on the body at all. So finally, driver's side front wheel and tyre. Wheels in great condition. It's a Continental tyre, so it's a full set of Continentals all round, and they're all matching as well. Lots of tread. Right, onto the interior. Obviously these are keyless entry and keyless go, so there are 2 key fobs. So as long as you've got your key on your purse and in your pocket, you can press that button. Oh, sorry, there you go. Let's see. Press that button. That will unlock it and lock it. Obviously the vehicle will also start with that in your pocket as well. So, driver's side door card is in great condition. There's no obvious marks or damage. Oops, sorry. Camera's having a second. Electric windows ×4, electric folding mirrors and your mirror control. Driver's seat is in great condition. Bolsters are really nice and firm. All the material's really nice and clean. And there's no obvious damage. Seat's fully electric. And it's still got the full level of range of movement as you would expect. Also, I don't know if you know, it's got a pump up bolster. So this part here, you can pump it by pressing that button to give you a better level of support for your back if you suffer from back problems. Right, push that down. Right, let me jump in. So, on the interior, steering wheel, it's got the full level of extras on there. So you've got cruise control on the upper part, and then the lower part is your voice command, and also you can answer and hang up your phone from there. And then on the left hand side is your media center control with your volume. Let's give it a start. Switch that down. Let's return it down. There we go. Okay, so you can see from that there's no warning lights on the dashboard, other than obviously I'm not wearing my seatbelt. Fuel levels just come down and the handbrake's on. Other than that, there's no let me just, oh, yeah, it's gone now. So yeah, other than that, there's no other warning lights on the dashboard. Steering wheel's nice and clean. It's really good. So let's have a look at the media center. First of all, let's start with the reversing camera. As you can see, it's nice and clear. Left hand side is your 360 degree view, and then the right hand side is your reverse image for your tow bar. What you can do is also, if you put it in drive and click on camera, it will give you your forward facing view as well, so that's nice to know. I quite like the fact that when you're in reverse, this 360 is quite cool. It's alright when you're parking stuff and you can't see each corner, that's quite good. But what I prefer is the fact that if you click camera button again, what it does is it gives you the left hand view down the side. So from my point of view, that's more important, because then you can see your wheels, you can make sure you're not going to knock any kids over or whatever else. Switch that off. Map, obviously it's a navigation system with a map. You can move it around with your finger. What I quite like on these systems is if you put your postcode in and you can't find it, what you can do is you can press and hold, it'll put a flag on the system, click OK, and you can navigate to it. So if you know approximately where it is, but you don't have a postcode, then you can use that. We've got my app, so you plug your phone in down below, you get Facebook, Google, and numerous other things as well, obviously similar to Apple CarPlay. Radio, you've got DAB with a pre-populated list for where you are, and obviously that will change as you move. And then you've got FM, AM, and obviously CD player, all the normal stuff. It's got dual zone climate control with air conditioning. Let's just try it. I've not tried this one yet. So 16, click on mode. And yeah, the aircon works, so it's got that little bite to it that you would expect. Switch that off, it's not warm enough for that today. 7-speed automatic gearbox, Nissan say 40 miles per gallon. That's obviously going to depend heavily on what you're doing with it and what you're using it for, but I've seen people saying that they've got that and more. I've seen people saying they've got that and less, so obviously it comes down to you at the end of the day and how you're going to drive it. Switchable 4-wheel drive. Most people will tell you, to be honest with you, you're better off popping it in park or neutral and then switching it over. You can say that according to the manufacturer, do it while you're driving up to about 30 miles an hour. I think the common thinking is that you wouldn't do that, because obviously it's going to reduce the life of your gearbox at the end of the day. Nissan want you to do that, obviously. Right, so electronic lock-in rear diff, hill descent, and it's also got lock and unlock from there, and they do work. What else? Dashboard is nice and clean, and it's free from damage. Everything looks spot on. Can tell you, it doesn't smell like cigarette smoke inside, so it doesn't smell like it's ever been smoked into me. It just smells, it's like a neutral smell, I suppose. Passenger seat bolsters are really nice and firm. Everything's nice and clean. There's a little bit of a thread there. That's a bit there. It is there. Everything else suggests that seat's really not been used, to be honest with you. Everything just feels very firm and like new. In the back, seats look very clean and free from damage. Headlining, and again it's really clean and there's no obvious marks or damage on it at all. It's obviously worth mentioning that with these Navaras, they do get 5 years or 100,000 miles manufacturer's warranty, so there's still quite a lot left on this one. What we're in 1767, so it was registered 30th of the 10th 17, so you've got until 2022 October, so yeah, loads left. Right, let me just pop the bonnet, which is there. Let's have a quick look in the back. Again, door card's really in great condition, and that's obviously throughout. Everything's really nice and clean in it at all. Everything's really nice and clean in it totally. So yeah, everything looks great. These seats do pop up. You can tether those back if you want, using the tether. All your toolkits and everything's in there as well. So yeah, everything looks nice and clean. Right, let's have a quick look under the bonnet. Hopefully I can lift that up one hand. Okay, so under the bonnet, everything looks nice and clean. I prefer to see them like this. It's obviously not been cleaned or washed. So You can see that it's been cared for. There's no signs of any oily residue around the turbo unit, and there's no signs of any historic oil leaks in the engine bay as well. The belt's looking great condition. Obviously it's got full service history, it's obviously been looked after. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. Oop, just bumped my head. So yeah, everything looks spot on down there. One more quick look in case you need to see anything. Obviously you can pause the video if you want to look at anything in a bit more detail. But as I say, there's no signs of any oil or anything like that around the engine block at all. And as you can see, it's not been cleaned. Quick look underneath. Again, there's no signs of any historic oil leaks. Everything looks nice and dry. Chassis is in good condition. Diff looks in good condition as well. And spare is a Continental, and it looks brand new. And it's I think that's a steel. Yeah, it's a steel wheel. Okay, so hopefully I've shown you everything that you would need to see. Probably a little bit more, but obviously it's always better to see too much rather than too little. But like I said to you at the beginning of the video, you know, if you want to see anything in a bit more detail, please give me a shout. I'm more than happy to do it for you, no problem at all. So thanks for watching, but more importantly, stay safe. Bye-bye.